Hey, I'm Kyle, as you might know from following me on Twitter and other social media sites. I've decided instead of doing vlogs, I'm going to try and do these little video blogs as we build up to Rolex this year. This is Parker, who's the horse I'll be riding hopefully this year. He's 17 years old. This will be his 9th start at a 4-star, which is a pretty impressive achievement. Looks very enthusiastic at the moment, but he's a bit of a light switch. He's either turned all the way off or he's turned on. Today we're doing some jump schooling. Every time we jump, we try to prepare 1 or 2 exercises to isolate some improvements we want to make rather than trying to fix everything all at once. So we irrigate our footing here in the grass. We're very fortunate to live in Florida, and it's sandy footing and it's very good footing as long as it's wet. So we haven't had a lot of rain recently, not quite like you guys in California. So we've been irrigating to make the footing really good. That's, in my opinion, one of the ways you can get a horse to 17 years old and still be running advanced. And he's been running advanced for 9 years. He's been to an Olympic Games, a World Championships, a Pan Am Games. He only had 1 year off in that whole time to a very significant injury that he wasn't supposed to come back from. But he's just a warrior, and he just doesn't know how to not try. So. He's a big family pet for us. The kids love him. He's great with them. He's a bit of an orangutan the rest of the time. If you've seen him at Rolex before at jogs and things like that, he can be rearing and spinning around on the end of the rope, but my kids can ride him around at a show bareback. He's really smart, clever. You know, he's very dear to us. Anyways, today, if Jen will just swivel around, and we're going to be working the bank, the point of the bank, bounce up over the narrow. It's set very small at the moment, just to get them started on the exercise. And if you keep swiveling, there's 2 angles over across the way, the yellow and blue and the red and gray. Both of those have things underneath them to sort of make the horse spook a little bit. Again, it's a little bit small at the moment, but we're trying to build on accuracy, and we don't need to challenge the height of this stuff right now. Then again, just to the right, there's another angled up over the mounds, trying to again hold lines over top of terrain, which is obviously a big part of what we do in our sport. While we're getting these horses ready, there's gallop days, trot days, flat days. This horse only jumps once a week. He doesn't need a lot more than that, but that's why to me it's very important when he jumps that we get the most out of it. Anyways, I think that probably covers what we need to do today. I'll try to keep up on this. I'm not really good at it, but my plan was to introduce you guys all to our horses over the next little bit, so you can see what goes on in our barn. We've got one big competition this weekend coming, an FEI 2-star and 1-star down at the horse park, at which we have 12 FEI horses. I've got 2 in the 2-star, and then we have a bunch of students that are trying for the Pan Ams and young riders, and you know, a lot of them are doing their first 2-star. We do a lot of producing here, and that's sort of a little bit the way we're starting the year off. And hopefully at the end of this weekend, we'll have a couple of Pan Am bound horses, and if I'm lucky, one of them will be mine. Anyways, we'll be in touch.